Chapter 3 point is about the rectangular coordinate system. The rectangular coordinate system is formed by two real number lines. So here is the horizontal number line, x, another number line, which is a vertical number line. And let's make it number line y. Okay, so this is the rectangular coordinate system, and the horizontal line, the x-axis, we call this x-axis, and the vertical line is called the y-axis. Okay. So the intersection of these two number lines is the origin. So the number starts from this origin. So the coordinate of this origin is x value is 0 and y value is 0. So let me write the origin is 0, 0. So these two number lines separate the flat surface into 4 sections. So we call the upper right corner is called the quadrant 1. Quadrant 1. And the upper left corner is quadrant 2. Quadrant 2. So we do the counterclockwise. So the next region is the quadrant 3. And the fourth one is the lower right corner is the quadrant 4. Okay, quadrant 4. Okay, and then each point on the number line, each point. So let's say the origin, I wrote the origin as 0, 0. So 0, 0 means the first number is the value of x, and the second number is the value of x. So we can write it something like this, the x value and y value. This x value is the x coordinate, y coordinate. X coordinate, and this is the y coordinate. So starting from 0, as you go to the right, as a number line, as you go to the right, the number increases 3, 4, 5, and so on. Go to the left, then the x value is -1, -2, -3, -4. Even the y value is same. The vertical line is the number line y. As you go up, the number increases. 1, 2. So the y value increases. You go below the origin, then the y value decreases, which is negative number, and so on like this. Okay, then from this, let's find a coordinate of this point. Okay, the number line, the point is on the number line x at 2. Then what's the coordinate of this point? Okay, the x coordinate, x value is 2. How about the y value? Y value is as you go up from the origin, the number is increased. If you go down, the number decreases. So the y value is actually, from the origin, we didn't move up or down. So the y value is 0. So as you move to the right, the x value increases. Move to the left, x value decreases. Move up, then y value increases. Move down, y value decreases. Okay, let's try another one. How about this coordinate? It's on the x-axis, so the x value is 5 because it moved 5 units from the center, 0. And then it didn't move up or down vertically. So the y value is 0. Okay, how about this point? The point on the y-axis. Okay, the coordinate of this point is x value is Okay, from this point, what we did is from the center, it didn't go to the right or left. Didn't go to the right or left. So the y value is 0. And y value is moved 2 units up. So the y coordinate is 2. Okay, try another one. How about this coordinate? The point is on the y-axis. And what is the x coordinate? X value. Okay, this point didn't move horizontally, just moved vertically down. So y value, horizontal movement is 0, so x value is 0. Y value is moved 4 units down, so -4. Okay, let's try another point. How about this point? Okay, this point. And this point, in order to get this point, let's start from the center. Okay, from the center, from the origin, move 1, 2, 3 units to the right. So x value is 3. And from this point, move 1, 2 units up. So it will be 2, 3, 2. Okay, how about this point? This point. Then that point is from the origin moved 1, 2, 3, 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the left, so -4. And from here moved 1, 2 units down. So y coordinate is -2. And this combination of x coordinate and y coordinate is called an ordered pair. Ordered pair. There are two values, so it's a pair. And x value comes first and then y value later, so it's an ordered pair. Then let's try an example, plotting a number. So let me draw x-axis and the y-axis. Okay, let's plot this point, -2, 1. The x coordinate is -2, so we gotta move, okay, let's say this is point A. Move 2 units to the left from the origin. So 1, 2, -1, -2. So move 1, 2 units to left, and the y coordinate is 1. So move 1 unit up. 1 unit up. So this is the location of the point A. Okay, how about point B? Point B, the coordinate, the order pair is 4, 0. X value is 4. So move 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units to the right from the origin. And then 0. The y value is 0. That means there's no movement on vertically. Vertically, there's no movement. So this point is the location. This is the location of the point B. Okay, how about another one? 3. Okay, let's say point C is 3, -1. Okay, so x value is 3, so move 3 units to the right, and then 1 unit down. So let's say this is -1. So move 1 unit down. Then this is the location of the point C. How about 4 and let's say point D. D is 4, 3. So x value is 4. Move 4 to the right and then 3 up. 3 up. 1, 2, 3. Let's say this is number 3. So the y value is 3. Then this is the location of the point D. Okay, how about point E is 0, 0. 0, 0 is at the origin. So the x value is 0, so no movement horizontally, no movement vertically. So this is the origin. Okay, let's try another one. The point F. -1 and -3. So x value is -1. Move 1 unit to the left. Y value is -3. So move 3 units down. 1, 2, 3 units down. So 1 left, 3 down, and this is the location of the point F. Okay, this was an example 1. Okay, example 3 is about plotting a number for an equation. So let's first construct a table of all the values of x and y, all the points, not all the points, some points of x and y. So let me draw a little table. So let me write the x values on the first column and the y values on the second column. Then y should be 3x plus 2. So let's try x values starting from -3, -2, -1, 0. Let's try more, 1 and 2. Then for each value x, we can find y. So how do we find y? Just substitute the x values for x in this y expression. So the y value is 3 times -3 plus 2. Then this is equal to -9 plus 2, so -7. Then what is the xy coordinate? I mean the order pair. The order pair will be when x equals 3, y is -7. Okay, for the value x, -2, if x is -2, then 3 times -2 plus 2 is -6 plus 2, so -5. -4, sorry. -6 plus 2, -4. And the order pair is when x equals -2, y is -4. Okay, when x is -1, then y is -1. So x is -1, y is -1. Okay, if x equals 0, then 3 times 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. So x equals 0, then y is 2. Let's try 2 more. X equals 1. 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, the last one, x equals 2. Then 6 plus 2 is 8. So when x equals 2, 5 is 8. So we have 6 order pairs. So let's plot this one on the rectangular coordinate system. X-axis, y-axis. So the first point is x equals -3, then x is -3. So 1, 2, 3. Then y is -7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is -7. So this is the first point. And the second point is -2. This one is -2, x is -2, and then y is -4. So move 2 units to the left, and 1, 2, 3, 4 down. -4 down. So this is the second point. The third point is -1 and -1. X is -1, move 1 unit to the left, and then 1 unit down. So this is the third point. The fourth point is x equals 0, y is 2. So x equals 0, you stay there, no horizontal movement, and y is 2. So this 1, 2. Okay. The fifth one, x equals 1, then y is 5. X equals 1, 2, 3. So x equals 1, then y is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the last point is x equals 2, then y is 8. X equals 2, move 2 to the right, and then 8 units up. 6, 7, 8. So 2 units to the right and 8 units up. So these are the locations of each point. So actually the graph of this linear equation is the straight line that connects all these points. Actually it connects all these points. So this is a straight line passing through all these points. So this is the graph of linear equation. Okay, this example is, okay, find out which order pair is a solution of the given equation. So how do we verify if it's a solution of that equation? It is simple. Just plug in all the x and y values into the equation. And if the equation is true, then yes, the order pair is the solution. So the equation is x squared minus 2y is equal to 6. Let's check if this equation is true when these two values are used. So x equals 2. So plug in the first value, the first number is the value of x, the second number is the value of y. So let's plug in these numbers. So x is 2, 2 squared minus 2 times 1. Okay, then 4 minus 2 is 2. And is this equal to 6? No, it's not equal. So this is not a solution. Not a solution. Okay, how about number 2? Let's do the same thing. X squared minus 2y is equal to 6. So x value is 0, minus 2, y equals negative 3. So let's check if this is true. Then 0 plus 6 is equal to 6, and we get 6. So 6 is equal to 6. So this order pair is a solution. Yes, it's a solution. Okay, the third one. X squared minus 2y is equal to 6. I don't know, let's check. So x equals 1. 2 times y is negative 5 over 2. Then 1. Okay, negative is positive. 2 cancel out. Positive 5. So that is 6. So 6 is equal to 6. Yes. This order pair is a solution. Okay, this example is about finding the distance between 2 points. Let's say the first point is x1, y1. The order pair of the second point is x2, y2. Let me plot this one on a rectangular coordinate system. And let's say this is the first point. X value is x1, y value is y1. Here's another point, the second point. The x value is x2, y value is y2. Then the distance. How do you find the distance between these 2 points? Okay, in this case, we can use Pythagorean theorem. So draw a horizontal line and vertical line. Then it will form a right triangle. So by the definition of Pythagorean theorem, okay, what's the Pythagorean theorem here? There's A, let's say the length of the base is A, the length of the base B, and the height is B, then the hypotenuse C. Let's say C is the hypotenuse. Then C squared is equal to the sum of squares of 2 legs, like this. Then C is equal to plus or minus square root of a squared plus b squared. Since the hypotenuse C is the length of a side, we don't need the negative number. So C is equal to positive square root of a squared plus b squared. So this is the length of the hypotenuse. So basically this length of the hypotenuse is the distance between 2 points. So in this right triangle, the base A should be the length of the distance. It is the distance between 2 x coordinates. So it will be x2 minus x1. So here it is x2. So x2 minus x1. So this base is equal to this distance, which is x2 minus x1. How about the height, the vertical distance? Then this will be y2 minus y1. So using the Pythagorean theorem, the hypotenuse is equal to square root of the base of the triangle, which is x2 minus x1 squared, plus square of the height, y2 minus y1 squared. Then this is the formula to find the distance between 2 points. Okay, so let's try an example. So example 4, okay, find the distance between 2 points. Here is the first point and the second point is 2 and 4. So we can rewrite it as x1, y1, the second point, x2, y2. So using the distance formula, so distance is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Then plug in all the numbers. x2 is 2, so 2 minus x1 squared plus y2, which is 4, minus y1 squared. Then square root of, okay, 2 plus 1. This is 2 plus 1, then 3. So 3 squared, okay, this is 2 plus 1, so 3 squared plus 4 minus 2 is 2 squared. Then 9 plus 4 equals square root of 13. Square root of 13. So the distance is equal to square root of what? 13. Okay, this example is about finding the midpoint of between 2 points. The midpoint. So let me draw this one on a rectangular system. So the first point is x1 and y1. The second point is x2, y2. X coordinate, so x-axis, y-axis. So the midpoint between these 2 points is actually the average, the midpoint. This is the midpoint. The midpoint is the average of x coordinates, and then the average of the y coordinates. So the average means add 2 numbers and divide by 2. So the midpoint is, okay, the average of the x coordinates. So here is the x values is x1 and x2. So the average of x1 and x2 is the sum of x1 and x2 divided by 2. And the y value, the midpoint of the y coordinates, the y coordinate of the midpoint is the average of these 2 y values, y1 and y2. So sum of y1 and y2 divided by 2. So this is the midpoint between 2 points. So the formula. Okay, how do you find the x coordinate, the y coordinate of the midpoints between 2 points? Is the average. So find the average of the x coordinates and the average of the y coordinates. That's the midpoint. So for example, okay, find the midpoint of these 2 points. Alright, then this is x1. We will use the first point as x1, y1. The second point, the coordinate of the second point is x2, y2. So the midpoint is the average of the first, the x coordinates, sum of x1, x2 divided by 2. And the y coordinate is the sum of 2 y values divided by 2. So the midpoint is x1. So negative 5 plus 9 divided by 2. The y coordinate is -3 plus 3 divided by 2. Then the midpoint is 5/4 and 0/2. Finally, the midpoint is this is 4/4. So 1 and 0/2 is 0. So the coordinate of the midpoint is 1, 0. Okay, let me see. Is something wrong? Okay, -5 plus 9 is 4. Sorry, I made a mistake again. This is not 2, not 4. This is 2. So the midpoint is 2, 0. So when you find the midpoint, always make sure we'll get the average of the x coordinates and the average of the y coordinates. Okay, going back to the distance formula. The distance is finding the length of the hypotenuse. So the distance is square root of the distance between x coordinates and the y coordinates. The square sum of the squares. So distance is equal to x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Make sure you take a square root.